What's going on, guys? Clone Force 23 here. Hope you guys are having a great day. You got Roger Mack here, Alec with my boy Alex. Say hello to the people. We're finally back.
We're back.
And we are back. First of all, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. We've been gone for a little bit just due to time constraints and, holiday family stuff. But we're back in full force, starting off a new series for the upcoming PQ season for Set 3 of Star Wars Unlimited. And these are going to be the decks that, if you're just lost, like we might be, of what you need to bring to your PQs that you have coming up. These are some decks that you can pick up and do well with.
Absolutely. I might be lost, but starting with this one, I don't even think I'm going this far.
Yeah, no. This is if you're desperate. You don't pick this up unless you want to. As you can tell, we might have a little bit of hate for this deck.
Yeah.
With Boba gone, we have to find someone to allocate our hatreds toward.
Absolutely. I mean, look, the hate's warranted in some areas, but there is respect because it's winning games.
Right.
It's got that. That Vader blue from Set 1 energy.
Yeah, for sure. So the first deck, guys, as you can see, we're going to be talking about Thork's Bossk blue deck. Of course, Thork is the one who took down a PQ with it and made the deck popular. Like Alex said, it's kind of this Vader blue vibe where very minimal units, all of these events, but it's got this new kind of twist on it. And for some reason, it is just taking it to the next level. It is elevated itself up.
Yeah, just single turn control. The addition of Merciless Contest basically guarantees that you're going to lose your turn 1. I mean, it's paired off with Pershing. If that comes out early, it's almost needed to be an immediate kill because drawing in this game is ridiculous, and even if they just get one extra card, that's going to make a big difference, especially in this deck. I find a whole lot that these type of decks are holding off on the vigilances for that late game mill, because it's just ruthless because this deck is just expunging all of your options most of the time, and if you're getting to that stage, they're probably sitting on an Avenger. You might be barely holding on, and they're just removing options before you draw them.
Yeah, for sure. It's just the epitome of one for one trades into advantage. Just straight up okay, I'm gonna go 1-for-1, remove a unit, you play a unit, remove a unit, heal some damage, take some damage, but now I get to play Palpin to Snoken to Avenger. Whoa, okay. That's a way different from what you've been doing.
And what makes this almost feel better, and better than what Vader Blue was, is that Bossk comes out on 5, which is it's not as strong, but you're also really leaning into those bounty mechanics with this as well. You get to ping with the bounties to do some extra damage, could put something in takedown range, and it almost just feels over if they get to claim the death mark twice. If they're drawing 4 cards, there's no way that they don't draw something to respond to.
Yeah, and the problem, like you said, with how powerful drawing is in this game, and what this deck is doing is all right, we're drawing 1,000,000 cards, so I play my Snoke or my Avenger. A lot of decks have to waste a lot of resources to get rid of those cards. Well, I have another one in my hand because I drew 6 cards in one turn. Oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it leaned, the main board seems to lean a bit more to manage some of the, aggro mid-range, which makes sense, first off. You see the 3 takedowns. the 6 power the dark sides basically.
Yep.
Open 3 open fires. You have the vigilance. The client really comes out in those aggro matchups to just really deal those to get that bounty to heal to stay alive for your super laser blast Avenger turns. Which if Sabine has to look at an Avenger, it's probably not good.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially after a laser blast turn. That's kind of like, then, yeah. Actually, I mean, on the list, there's only 2 new cards from set 3, 2 additions to the list, but they're heck of 2 cards to add to the list, which is, like you said, our other 3 copies of Power of the Dark Side and Merciless Contest, and then Perilous Position, which every blue player, no matter what you're playing, is realizing that this is a 3 of in every deck list.
It is fantastic to weaken big units, to regain tempo, to eliminate something. Like one of some of the other decks that we'll be talking about. It's something that you should look at if you're thinking at PQ season is going to be Django, and maybe in CAD a bit as well when we're talking about those 2 health units, especially in space.
Yeah, for sure. It just gets rid of them. On top of just crippling some, those 3/5s becoming a 1/3 is huge. We have a lot of ways to get rid of that in this deck. And then kind of like what you touched on earlier, this deck is only playing 17 units in the main board out of the 50. You're not playing a lot of guys, right? But you get to play something on 5, a removal spell or 2 removal spells, a bounty and a removal spell, but then you also get another unit, a pretty strong unit for 5, being a 4/6 Bossk, which can double a bounty. So yeah, that compared to like the Vader flip, it's almost like this seems like the better option, actually, for sure. It gives you more of that early unit presence, so you free up your main deck to play more removal spells.
Yeah, it definitely feels better against like a mid-range type of deck, because you've got something that comes out that can deal with some of that in between, because single removal can be difficult in some mid-range conversations, or if something's a little combo-y, but this can help kind of maintain presence.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's good. It's, brutal to play against depending on what you're main decking and what you're playing. I think if you're looking to make substitutions or any updates, I'm not one that's very familiar with this list. I just know that it's a deck to be prepared for. I think a fine edition has made it into a lot of people's lists.
Yeah.
Just because you get to play Deathmark or Top Target for free. Again, so you get to play 6 copies of all of your upgrades. Other than that, again, I'm not sure what the list has to evolve to. There's probably more, information on that you could see through other people running it. But just wanted to get you guys this to go off of, at least have a starting point. The deck wins. You may go to time and you may piss people off, but it is a way to win the game. So you should be aware of it for sure.
The last piece of advice I'd share is that if you're bringing this to a PQ, don't expect to be able to get any type of break for 7 rounds. Because you're going to time every single time, and this is for the patient player 100%, because you gotta, playing a control game is a lot different than aggro, and you've got to make the right decisions. So make sure you got the brain space. Like, take a day off before you go do this.
Yeah, take some rest on the old noggin, because you're gonna have to think a lot and sit down and pick up cardboard for a couple hours. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. You got any closing thoughts on it or anything to add?
I won't be playing it. Best of luck to anybody that does, and don't play me if you do.
Yeah, best of luck to anyone that doesn't sit across from me and if you sit across from us. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
no, we'll have some more coming your way as we are on the road to PQs.
Yep. Feel free to give this guy a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're kind of revamping our content spree here, and we'll try and get one of the links to the deck list in the description below. Other than that, Clone Force 23. Peace and out.
Grand Army of the Republic when deployed. Galactic warfare you cannot avoid. Go ahead, be a battle droid. Face off against my clone troopers and get destroyed. Space tech, spaceports, TCG, card sports, of course, till my voice goes hoarse. Welcome, wrecking decking with the strategy, the energy. It's Clone Force 23.